Okay, so it is Friday at 4:05 a.m. and I'm gonna get ready and update you guys when I'm at my desk. Okay, so we are at the setup. I talked about some studio upgrades. You can see got the lights, two of these set up, and then also kind of the backlight there. I still have to set up that light and then unbox this tripod, and I told you guys I accidentally bought two lights, so I have to figure out what to do with those. Let's turn my computer on. I've got a stack, coffee one, coffee two, tea, notebook. Then we've got the Lucy. I'm gonna do the cinnamon flavor first and try that, see if I like it. And then we have Neurogum. I already actually opened one. I wonder where I put it. Here we go. So, something I was interested with these is what is the nutritional facts on this? So it says caffeine boost, sugar-free, aspartame-free, refresh mind and body. I'm just wondering how much caffeine. Okay, 40 milligrams of caffeine. So it's about the equivalent of a tea, just under a tea, because teas are on average 45-ish, I believe. So honestly, not even that much caffeine, just a little kick. So I'm gonna open this up. It's supposed to be a focus supplement, and then I have got this. Now, I know that if I were to take an entire 4, I would start getting nicotine sick, so we're only gonna do them in half. And yeah, I'm going to put this in. The plan for today is, let me just open this up. The first thing that I know I need to do is build the entire funnel and get that all set up. So that's going to be a grand majority of today. And then after that, which I have about 5 hours allocated for, I'm going to review, practice the script, and get ready to record it for tomorrow, basically. Once I set up the rest of the studio, then I'm going to do some client work. I have a few videos to upload. And then I'm going to document for you guys, as I always do, and then just build studio and clean. And the reason why there's so little is because with all the tasks for the opt-in funnel that I have to rebuild, it's the equivalent of multiple work days. And then I also have 2 sales calls on the calendar. So I'm interested to see how those pan out. But in the meantime, I've also got some other stuff that I will go ahead and do if I finish my work. And yeah, I have nothing left, but we are looking good. And yeah, even though my room is a mess, like I told you guys last night, I do have to clean it after all this studio stuff I've just kind of thrown on that desk. I'm gonna turn the lights off so I don't have to think about it and get cracking away. So I'll update you guys on how I feel with the new focus stack with Neurogum, Cinnamon Lucy, and water plus caffeine and tea. All right, peace. What's good, guys? All right, it has been about 2 hours since I last talked to you. Been locked in. Holy, this new stack is going crazy. So, this is the mobile version of the opt-in page. This is the computer version of the opt-in page. This is the computer version of the book a call page. I'll show you it like this, just so you can see the actual video load. Scroll down, calendar, and then I have to add more case studies and all that there. And then this is the mobile version. This is sick. And everything super solid right now. So what I've got left to do on the funnel, I've done, I don't want to say the hard part, but definitely the part that that trips most people up is the straight up actual designing stuff. I know at least trips me up. And now that I've got that done, again, see this, I'm very, very happy with it. I can move into the stuff that is more keyboard oriented and not all just clicking around my mouse and doing design. So opt-in has been designed. Now what I have to do is I have to make the thank you for booking page a little bit better because it kind of sucks right now. And after that, what I have to do is go through and build out my pipeline, my email and SMS flows when somebody actually clicks through, and then as well also have to create a pipeline, get it all plugged in, do all the boring stuff, and from that point on I will be good to go. It will be going live and we will be getting opt-ins. We will be calling the opt-ins, and then maybe they'll even be directly booking calls. So a little bit of a voice crack there. I'm happy, caffeinated. I got gum in. We're moving really nice today. I woke up and I did not think I was gonna be moving nice today, but I should have known with the stuff coming in. I spent I think I talked to you guys at 4:05. For those 5 minutes, I was flipping in and out of consciousness, trying to almost get myself out of doing the work, and not doing the work, but just getting up that early. It's like, what does 5 a.m. change? And I don't know. Something just snapped at me. I got out of bed and we're doing it. So I have 2 sales calls today. That's going to be interesting to do. And then from that point on, I also have a meeting with my editor. That is going to be probably the most important meeting we've had this week, because I have to make sure that he's dialed when it comes to the weekend, because we have a video going out on TJR that is really important that it gets done in the right time, and I have to do some stuff for that as well. So I need to know what he needs from me, and getting all of that done, it is going to be a really, really good week. This has been a sweet week, so I'm happy with how it has been thus far, and yeah, I really can't complain. You know, when you wake up and you work, this is the kind of stuff that if you can fall in love and enjoy this part of the process, the rest becomes not easy, but inevitable, right? It's not easy to do the work always. Sorry, it's not easy to overcome some of the stuff. There's some stuff that happens to everybody that sucks. I imagine at some point I'm gonna have some pretty brutal things happen to me. Things are gonna be taken down. There's gonna be nightmare clients. There's gonna be so much crap that happens, but if you can kind of find the internal peace every single day, you are good. And one of the things I actually wanted to talk about here, as I'm just playing around with this thank you for booking page, is meditation, because it's something that I have been doing relatively consistently. There's been periods where I don't, for about 3 years now. And if you guys have noticed, there's a trend that I will, and I did a full video where I went actually through my morning routine and did it every single part recorded, but you'll notice every single day I wake up at 4 and I get at my desk at 5. And what am I doing between that time? Because it doesn't take that long to make coffee and get changed. Usually I don't even shower. I shower the night before and just get straight to work. So what I'm actually doing in that time is meditation, and not just meditation, but I'm also doing visualization. So the way I do it is I will sit down and I will do meditation for I do my meditation for 10 minutes. And then after I'm done the meditation for 10 minutes, I don't open my eyes. I kind of just sit there with my eyes closed, and then I go into visualizing, because I've talked about this a lot, but I think visualizing is one of the most underrated. I really do, oh crap, I went all dark. I really do still think visualization is probably one of the most underrated things you can do self-improvement wise, and not enough people talk about just how powerful it is. And I think what makes visualization so powerful is evident in the amount of mental bandwidth that it takes up for you. If you sit down and visualize and you really try and create that crystal clear image and you can't quite see it yet, and you have to go about forming it and seeing it, and I even see what I have right now, which I'll speak out loud. I see a silver plate. So I'm sitting at this desk exactly like I am right now. This is my view of my desk with my keyboard and my mouse here. And I have a silver play button in my hands that I look around and I play with. And if I go onto my computer, I see $100,000 a month in my Stripe. And that's like profit. I don't have a business partner, so it's actually $100,000 a month profit going to me. And then I also see on my YouTube channel the 100,000 subscribers, 1 million views in a single month on my analytics, and then also $10,000 a month in YouTube AdSense revenue. So that's what I see and that's what I visualize. And I hold that image clear when I wake up. Anytime that I kind of lean back in my chair, I think about it, I see it. Anytime that I'm just lounging around, when I go for my runs, when I go for my walks, I'm always seeing it. And just getting familiar with that image, I do believe in a lot of the, I don't want to call it manifestation, because I've read into the non-woo-woo. Like, I don't believe you're supposed to just sit there and that everything will come to you without you doing work. I think that when you think of something, it sets the forces that are going to make it happen in your favor, right? The things that you want are going to be given to you in hands of other people. The money you want in somebody else's pocket, everything else, right? The followers that you want is other people taking these activities, so that when you visualize this thing, you begin moving the world in the direction of what you want. And the only way to actually action that and make it happen is to yourself also move towards it by doing the work every single day and making yourself open to it. Because I think it's such a hypocritical thing to expect something to manifest into your life, let's say. I just think you're not going to hit a goal unless you have taken the step to actually pull that goal into reality with your work, right? You can sit there and visualize and see an image just so clear, and you can believe it with 100% of your body. You think you do, but you don't actually, because if you did, then you'd be doing the work in order to get that thing. At the end of the day, it's a physical reality, so you have to put in physical work. And yeah, that's just a little yap here while I was doing like some little menial task of how to get this whole thing going. And let me just see here. All right, I'm going to get back to work. As you guys can tell, I am very energetic, but that's why you gotta do uppers. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll keep working. Okay, so something just changed. I got a phone call, and it was from a member of the TJR Trade setting team. I had been opting into some funnels that I really liked as I was building, and I guess they got my phone number. They gave me a call. They were actually the only first people to really call me. So that's cool. Now, from that point, I kind of, not that, the guy seemed like it was his first day doing it, right? Like, he didn't even necessarily know much about the program. He was a new on board, probably calling the day old leads. However, what did kind of stick out to me was, if that is what the quality can be like at the level of somebody like TJR and his brand, it kind of, not that the guy did a bad job, but if that's what they're doing, and maybe he completely screwed up and I'm wrong, but it gives me confidence to kind of overcome some of the imposter syndrome that I have. Not that by any means I'm the best sales guy in the world, and actually the reason why is because I'm not that great of a salesperson when it comes to being super hardy-har, objection. That's not me. For example, I asked him what the price would be on the call. He tells me mid 4 figures. I'm the kind of person, and I know there's sales tactics you can do like this, but I'll just like, I can't be bothered. Here's the price. Just tell him that. And yeah, it kind of gave me a little newfound sense of confidence, because like I was saying, my editor was not able to complete the client video that I was expecting him to. Not that it is his fault, because it was something out of his control as well. He had his power go out, which is, hey, completely fair. I've had stuff like that too. So I'm gonna have to go in, edit that. Shouldn't be too hard at all. And luckily it's for a client that I have a good relationship with, and it wouldn't be a problem if there's like a delay on it or anything like that. So it's all good, and I'll probably still get it out today, so we're chilling. The next thing is I just have had this, I don't know, an uneasy feeling is the right word. I have no clue where it came from, but if I had to articulate why I was experiencing it, it was a mix of me not wanting to call the leads now that I have an opt-in funnel, which is completely normal, and I knew it was coming because I just know myself, my personality when it comes to this. The next thing that I was feeling a little bit uneasy about was the kind of editor situation where I now have to do this video. But again, that should be easy to bang out, maybe like 20-30 minutes of work, get a little YouTube video going as I do that, and we're chilling. And finally, the next thing was I didn't actually know just like what to focus on. So from my perspective, the way my product had been positioned for the longest is a done for you solution where I'd pretty much take control of somebody's entire channel and do everything for them. And this new thing that I have is kind of different to that. It's more of a mentorship thing, and because of that, it is going to be a lot cheaper. And I was just not ready, not acclimated to exactly what that would be like and how it would really work. So at this point, and also another thing that kind of got me weary is the sheer amount of like notes that I have taken of stuff that I have to add today and do, but honestly, taking a look at all of them, it is not bad at all. I was just freaking out because I hadn't got any sunshine, I hadn't left my room, and I had a few little things go wrong. But honestly, that call from TJR's team just kind of flipped my mood around for the day because I realized, oh crap, no, we're chilling, we are good. So I'm happy about that. Back in a dialed mood, but this was going to be a rant about like, hey, how sometimes you feel overwhelmed, things don't go perfect. Things are back going perfect, so I am happy, fine, and I'm dandy. It is 11:18, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the next 15 to 20 minutes rehearsing my script, doing a little read through and getting my energy throughout that. And then what I'm also going to do after that is just get that client video knocked out, and then we will be done all the work I initially had planned for today, and we can go into kind of some of the other stuff that I wanted to do, which is really, because now that I'm going to be calling leads, I have to have a little bit of a more defined sales process. So that's one of the things that I might even do it right now quickly, is just get clear about the offer stack that I have and what everything includes, not really for any utility other than my own mental clarity. So I'm gonna do that now, review my script, and then edit this client video. I guess I will not be having my team meeting today, so that means that I'm gonna be going straight to the sales call that I have scheduled for, let's see here, I have it scheduled for 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, I'm going to call this lead that I have a scheduled meet with later. I might actually, no, I'll wait until after the next call to do it, but that will be good because depending on, I guess, the outcome of that call, I will either decide to go ahead and work with the rest of my day to go for a run immediately after, or I'll do some work in between and then go for a run after. But anyways, I'm happy. We are back on track, and yeah, we get back to work. Okay, so I just jumped off the sales call and I think it went really, really well. I'm gonna be chatting again with the guy tomorrow. I think it is somebody who I can definitely help. He comes from a very similar background as me when it comes to kind of his experience in the business world, and first off, why he's even doing content in the first place. So I'm excited to sit down tomorrow and cover the nitty gritty. And if everything seems okay and we've got a solid strategy in place, he'll be getting started as another client. So that is super cool. And yeah, just more proof that when you put in the work on your videos and you make the effort to call, to deliver, and really just go above and beyond, people appreciate it and you will get results because of that. So that is all, and I will see you boys after I finish this client video and probably go for my run afterwards. All right, guys, it is 6:58 p.m. and as you know, that is when I get ready to go to bed. I forgot to make food today, which is crazy to say. Yeah, I forgot to eat. So I have some Jamaican patties in my air fryer, and I'm probably gonna eat those. Yeah, those are gonna take me 20 minutes, so I'm gonna sleep a little bit worse because when you do eat before bed, your body digests, whatever it is. Anyways, nothing that caffeine in the morning can't solve with my new stack here. So it was a good day. I'm very happy with the landing page, which I'm looking at now. Tomorrow, I have to make some tweaks to it to finalize. I'm also gonna be building out my sales process tomorrow, which is, I'm happy with that. I really am excited to do that. My product MVP, I have a second call with the person I spoke about before, and if he onboards, then I'll have to get him set up and him going. Then after that, I want to, I just have my calendar planned out, which is something I always recommend doing. I have to do some AI motion graphics for my video on TJR just to help my editor and find some clips that he needed help with, because that video is going to be going live on Monday. And then the only thing after that is that call, and then I'm going to build my studio, which I did not do today, and then go for a run, because I realized that there's no way that I'm going to be able to build my studio after going for a run. So that is the day. To be honest, it's not, I got really good work done in the morning. Towards the afternoon shift, I was doing client work and I really wasn't quite where I wanted to be. I know I could be if I re-stimmed in the afternoon, but I know the downside of doing that and what I'm sacrificing as a result of that is my sleep, which is not worth it, and also my tolerance to these things, which is how you go overboard and then make it, I would say I'm addicted to caffeine. I don't think I'm addicted to nicotine, at least yet, but that's how you make it a dependency in your life, right? Is when you go and do too much of it, because every time you focus, you do it. But for me, I keep my dosages 2 milligrams of nicotine and probably like 2 or 3 coffees, and that's my cap. So again, I'm a lot worse about the coffee than I am the nicotine. 2 milligrams is like nothing. I've met guys who do like 1,000 milligrams a day. It's crazy. So I was happy with today. When it comes to next steps, there's always this bit of lingering anxiety that happens and exists when I don't go a while without uploading, which is normal now given how long I'm putting into these videos, but is still there. So that's something I'm figuring out mentally. I am recording the Rob the Bank video on Sunday, so the script's already done. I just have to build the studio first, and there's some stuff I want to do before that. I'm also doing some client work tomorrow, first thing in the morning. I want to get really caught up and ahead on that. And as you can probably hear, I've got like perfect rain sound. It is going crazy outside. Hopefully my phone doesn't die. But to show you guys, it was completely normal a second ago, and hopefully I don't leak in water, but it has just decided to become very crazy. But that is what hurricane season will do to you. And yeah, pray to God I do not lose my house. We survived the hurricane earlier this year. A lot of our neighbors got flooded and crap. We did not, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm really just waiting for my food, getting ready to wind down. Like I have told you guys, I watch movies in the evening. I was watching Succession. I finished that. Honestly, not my favorite shows. Interesting, but not my favorite. And I know I could read a book or watch a CEO interview or do something like that. But I do believe that it is good to let off steam, right, throughout your day. And as you're going through stuff, I have tried to go all out. And if you try and go all out every day, you will burn out. I know it might seem like I'm going all out when I wake up at 4 a.m. and I da-da-da. I'm not going all out with my energy. I'm just more focused than, let's say, if I were to wake up at 7 a.m., right? Because if you wake up at 7 a.m., where I get from 5 a.m. when I get to my desk, from 5 to 12, just completely 7 hours with nothing, like nilch, nobody messaging me, anything like that. If I were to wake up at 7 a.m., I get to my desk at 8, and I only now get 4, right? So that's almost like half the time. Or even worse, like most people wake up around 7 a.m.-ish, get to their desk consistently, I'd probably say around 8-ish, which it can work, but you're going to be encountering way more distractions. 4 a.m., especially on the East Coast, nothing is happening. Like if you're in Europe, you're going to be getting messages. If you're in Dubai, you're going to be getting a lot of messages because that's like prime time. PST, still you have to wake up like stupid early and you'll still get messages. Eastern time's the best time zone for deep work. And I don't think anything's really beat that. Maybe like Bali or Dubai during the day could work. But then again, you have the distractions of being in those cities and generally having it be daytime. It's a lot easier to focus your energy when there is literally nothing else. So that's why I like the really early mornings. And it's going to be another weekend where I'm getting up at 4 a.m. You know, it is what it is. I don't have plans, right? I'm just by myself in Florida. So what am I going to go and do, right? Like there's really nothing to do. I've told you guys, but my car got screwed because of the Canadian-US tariffs, which I am still in favor of Trump when it was this recent election, even the one before that. But he did kind of screw me here with these tariffs. Now, I love being a U.S. citizen more than I do my car because it ended up breaking anyways, so that's just whatever. But I don't have a car. I could easily buy one. I don't want to because I almost like this isolation, right? Anything I go out and do is going to be intentional, and I get to remain focused and really just work on what I want when I want and not have to worry about getting pulled in or roped into anything, right? Even like with my messages, I don't get many messages. Only people I talk to are my close friends and people that I am doing business with. That's all, right? There's no, and when I say that, I don't mean like, yo bro, let's connect business friend kind of style. I mean like team members or potential clients. That's all. So it is good in that sense. And yeah, it's just the rocky phase V2. I had my first rocky phase when I was building the info business. I'm having my second rocky phase doing it by myself and also doing it publicly. So I am very, very excited to look back on these times and watch these videos of myself cringing. But yeah, I just need to, honestly, if I were to reflect on this week and think of one thing that I did bad that I want to do better, is sales. I need to build a sales machine, a sales operation, and I know how to do it. I ran a setting agency, but there's an internal resistance that I have towards it, and maybe it's my personality, maybe it's that I don't think, maybe it's a limiting belief about not thinking I'm worthy of success or whatever it might be. When it comes, not like I can sell a marketing agency service and sell my tail off for that, when it comes to selling info with myself as the expert, I have to overcome that belief because I know when I do, I'm going to be selling like crazy because I know how to do it. And the opt-in is going to kind of force me to have to do that. And again, I spoke with TJR's team today, and I think I can do a lot better than that, than what I at least dealt with on the phone today. So I know that's a microcosm of the entire ecosystem, but it means that it's a certain standard that will get by. And for me, that's huge. So yeah, that is honestly the biggest reflection and thing I need to focus on. And beyond that, just getting these videos out. Like, I just want to get these videos out so bad, but it does take time and patience to make the kind of videos that I'm making. And while my editor was patient for me to record the thing, I have to be patient for him to edit it while we kind of align our workflows. And that's why recording on Sunday is so important, because when my editor finishes the TJR video on Sunday or Monday, I'm going to be able to immediately give him the next video and he can start working on that. And there's no delay in the entire process. So that is the thinkings. It was a really good week. I had 4 a.m. wake up every day this week. The latest was like the 4:15 on Thursday. But really good. I tracked everything in terms of stuff, and it would be cool to end out the week with another client coming on for the done for you stuff, which would be sick. And yeah, I mean, I'm really more pushing the info stuff. So taking on a done for you client is whatever. I'm happy to do it. I only selectively offer it to people that I actually like to work with. I would never onboard a done for you client for somebody that I don't think is going to see success anyways to do the done for you to speed people up. And yeah, I'm certified yapping for about 7 minutes now. So I am going to head to bed. I am unbelievably tired. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, document again for you guys, locked in, doing this. And again, stuff like this will have significance in the future. If you're seeing this around the time of uploading, you are again a weird individual, but that can be a good thing. Like, I mean, you're going to push and be successful. So given that, I am going to head to bed, build all of this out tomorrow, and then by the end of tomorrow, I should have a lot more infrastructure built when it comes to the info side of what I do. And yeah, that's going to be really big for just ripping the sales end as this video goes live going into the next week. And I get my other video recorded on the Sunday, and it's a great weekend, and I go into the week with momentum. So that is all. I'm going to spend another few minutes waiting for my food, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not going to do this anymore.